I never thought I'd say this, but my life took a crazy turn when my mom brought home a cat named Sisi. Let me back up a bit and fill you in on how it all went down. I'm Marnie, by the way, the girl with short curly orange hair. Now, I've always had a little problem when it comes to sharing my toys, especially when we had guests over. It was like a battle zone in my room with me and my friends fighting over my precious treasures. Eventually, they'd storm out in a huff, and I'd be left feeling lonely. One day, my mom decided she'd had enough of my toy-related tantrums. She must have thought long and hard because one evening she strolled into my room with a fluffy black cat named Sisi onto my bed. At first, I was over the moon. A cat in my room? Awesome. But here's where the twist comes in. Sisi had a thing for my toys, like a serious thing. It was as if he had declared war on my playthings and he was winning. I'd catch him batting my action figures, rolling my marbles, and even nestling in my dollhouse. It was chaos. I couldn't let this furry invader take over my territory. So I tried everything. I'd shoo him away, but he'd sneak right back in when I wasn't looking. I hid my favorite toys under the bed, but it turned out Sisi was quite the contortionist and could reach them easily. I even tried to scare him away, thinking he'd run off and never return, but nope, he just kept coming back. As the story got more intense, I became really mad. I couldn't figure out why Sisi was always after my toys. That's when my mom stepped in, wise as ever. She sat me down and said, "Marnie, if you want to have a companion, you have to share. Sisi is playing with your toys because he sees in you a true friend to play with." I was flabbergasted. A friend and a cat? But Mom was right. Maybe Sisi was just lonely too, and he saw in my toys a chance to connect with me. With time, I softened my stance. I started to let Sisi join in our playtime. Surprisingly, he was a lot of fun to have around. We'd build towers together, chase after rolling marbles, and he'd even curl up with me when it was time for a nap. As the days went by, I realized something incredible. I wasn't feeling lonely anymore. Sisi had become my friend, my companion, and my partner in toy adventures. And, to my surprise, sharing wasn't so bad after all. As I learned the joy of sharing, my guests started visiting more often, and they too became friends with Sisi. So there you have it, the tale of how a girl with short curly orange hair, her persistent cat, Sisi, and a lesson in sharing turned my once chaotic room into a haven of laughter and friendship. Who knew that a cat could be the twist I needed to make my life a whole lot funnier and fuller?